After the expedition, Jinwoo goes back to his apartment and sleeps like crazy, but suddenly his phone rings to wake him up after some time. Hello? Huh? Are you still sleeping? Yeah. I am. I'm a bit tired. Check time. What time is it actually? It is 2 o'clock. What are you saying? For real? Do you even remember that you have to come to my school today? By when do I have to get there? 5 o'clock. Jinwoo starts rushing toward his washroom to make sure that he indeed doesn't end up being late. I won't be late, so don't you worry. As expected of my brother. Please try calling me before you arrive. I will do that for sure. Soon enough, Jinwoo ends up taking shower and his head is fully wet. While changing his clothes, he ends up being really thoughtful all of a sudden. Maybe I should be dressing better for the day? Since I'm going to see my sister's teacher, it doesn't sound like a bad idea after all. Meanwhile, at the bank, token 280 comes in the scanner, and it rings to call the next customer on the line. The receptionist calls Jinwoo to take a seat in front of her to ask him what kind of help he needs. I would like to open a new debit card and to update my bank book. Alright. She looks somewhat surprised. 1.4 billion won in his account, but he looks really young to earn this much. If you don't mind me asking, could you tell me what your job is in the first place? I'm a hunter. She knows that hunters earn this much money if they are ranked really high and are doing pretty well in the industry. Just wanted to let you know that the bank is offering a VIP product to a few numbers of customers. Since it is getting positive reactions from them, I would like to suggest you try it out as well. Jinwoo understands that she is promoting stuff to help herself, so he decides to avoid trying it. No, I'm fine. The scene shifts to Jaina's school field, and she looks half annoyed and half surprised to see her brother. She is confused but ends up asking if he is really Sung Jinwoo in the first place. Jinwoo is clueless and asks what ended up surprising her this much, as he doesn't see any abnormalities. She cannot help but express that she really finds it unbelievable that someone can change this much all of a sudden. It feels like a necessity to him, as he believes that he is meeting her teacher after all, so she cannot expect him to wear a tracksuit and slippers. At that moment, all the other students are also staring in their direction as they converse with each other. People begin to praise by calling him appreciating names, and Jinwoo can't help but thank them. Even Jaina thinks that he is getting popular in a short amount of time, and her classmates even begin to ask themselves if he is really a professor or something. Jaina thinks of being a little mischievous. That is right. You are not seeing someone, right? Now tell me what you were doing so late yesterday that it kept you outside the whole night. Don't you want me to introduce you to someone cute in my school? Jaina, do not think of making fun of me, Jinwoo says while squeezing her cheek. I'm very sorry, I won't do it again. Please let me go. Jinwoo reaches the consultation room to have a chat with her teacher. He opens the door of the room, and she realizes who he might be. Jaina's brother, right? Nice to meet you, I'm her teacher. I didn't know that she had such a cool brother. It is my first time seeing this teacher, even though I have graduated from the very same school. Please feel free to take a seat. Thank you. You know that you do not have to worry about your sister, since she has a good personality and a kind disposition. Not only that, but also, she is a model student, so there is no worry about her much on that dimension as well. Do you know about the fact that she is aiming for medical college? Yes, I know about that already. Her marks are already good, and her academic report will surely be eligible according to her. So, I think she will be fine and will make it. But do not pressure her too much academically. Okay. Also, I heard that you are currently working as a hunter. Perhaps that is true. So, if Jaina was determined to have the same abilities as you, would you have allowed her to do hunter work? The change of look on his face seems to be reacting rather quickly. No. Well, that was well expected. She sighs. The reason why I'm asking these things is because recently, there is someone who is trying to quit school after being determined to be awakened. Now, she is not even attending the school anymore to chase something permanently. There is a chance that the school will end up making a decision to take measures, and even if someone ends up pursuing the hunting career, aren't there enough reasons to fulfill their graduation papers? It shouldn't be creating any issues. Also, I know for sure that I do not know much about these things. I have to ask everyone about these things to know about their opinions. So, what rank did the student receive in the first place? I heard that the person ended up having the lowest rank in the first place. Sounds like that person is in E rank and is about to end up dying sooner or later. Now if you are fine with it, I'm willing to ask you a favor here. This student is none other than Jaina's best friend, so is there any way you can talk to her, so she is at least willing to graduate at least? Jaina's friend? Are you sure? Yeah, she is a female student, and her name is Han Songi. Jinwoo didn't know that he knew anything about that person after all. After some time outside of the school, Songi seems to be going outside of the campus. Jinwoo reminisces what he asked after hearing the name from the counselor. Korea is rather small after all. So, it happened as I had expected. It is you. Mister, why are you here? If you do not mind me asking. Jinwoo thinks of the time he asked her about staying in the raid. She breaks the silence. What actually happened? The hunter my teacher wanted to introduce me to was you, mister? Jinwoo shows a cute picture of him and his sister to Sanggi. Are you friends with her? That is Jaina. Are you her brother after all? I even visited the hospital with her one time. But I haven't seen her face at that time. At least from what I remember, Jinwoo thinks. So if you are her brother, I can see why you have become acquainted with my teacher. I wouldn't say that we are acquaintances. No matter what she told you, there is no way I'm going back to school. I don't have to quit my plans. As you are an E rank, normal attacks won't be working on monsters. So, you will be needing a weapon imbued with magic. Even if you end up purchasing one, you will have to continue busying, which is rather drastic for your balance. You can't be serious about using fists only as you are dreaming of becoming a full-fledged hunter because you made some money from being on our team. Enough with the lecture. You are an E rank as well. She is quite persistent. Well, I was no different at all. I'm not really planning for you to quit, it is not my priority. But I know when people face reality, they end up having different perceptions of cruelty. So, why are you here then? To turn you into a great hunter. Meanwhile, near the airport, Hwang Dong-soo seems to be admiring the change in environment after his flight. I might have ended up visiting South Korea earlier than I expected. Woo Jinchul greets him and Dong-soo remarks about it in sarcasm. How come Koreans Hunter Guild? Woo Jinchul ended up meeting me for. It is only natural for me to monitor the S-rank hunters arriving in Korea as I'm in the monitoring division. So you are still working as that old man's right arm? If you asked me, I would have cut off his left arm and made sure he couldn't do anything without his right, only to take over everything. Dong-soo, if you do not mind me asking, how long are you planning on staying? Look, I do not plan on staying for long after I finish some business here. But for someone who has abandoned his own homeland and moved in the United States, does it involve the E-rank hunter Jinwoo? As expected from someone like you. You are asking me about the things you already know about. Are you about to stop me? You. Stopping me? I'm just devoted to my job. Not saying anything else. Hey. I'm out of breath now that I'm at the airport. Me too, I feel that my chest feels heavy. I like you, Jinchul. How about you join the Scavenger Guild? We will make sure to treat you better than the old geezer. S-rank hunter Hwang Dong-soo. His brother Dong-suk has been suspicious of murdering many hunters as if he was cutting a lizard's tail. He is the only reason why we couldn't do a proper investigation. They are both the same. They seriously lack their sentiment after murdering people cruelly. Despicable trash. Meanwhile, in the ruins. It has been a while, Chief An. Introducing myself, I'm the chief of the 2nd Department of Management, An Sang-min. I'm Jichul from the same department. You must be the student from before. Hello there. E-rank shouldn't be an issue. Since the case of Sung Jinwoo was disclosed, it has not been an issue for me. Moreover, I was rather surprised to hear from Jinwoo and wanted to experience a new recruit's training session. I have already explained it to the others, so no need to worry. Since it has been an area with high concentration of previous gates, not a lot of people live here anymore. 80% of the households have already left and decided to shut down some areas forever. Just a C-rank gate, which is perfect for a field trip. Can we hurry up? We are surely not here for a picnic. Well, who is he? He was a new one, and he wasn't really pleased with hearing that I accepted your proposal since he considered not playing around in dungeons. A rank? Kimchil is his name, and as you can see that he is a tank. Jinwoo, it might look like an overkill for a C rank, but they are just new recruits. So, there is room for experience. But to bring in A rank and 7 B ranks, the raid will be too easy. No, it seems that she will be learning the differences. When do we enter? She still doesn't get it. It will be really easy if Jinwoo participates. I request you to watch from the sideline. So, mister, are you coming? After you? Both of them enter the dungeon, one after another. Now, what is this sensation? Chief. This gate is, what is this? No way. The dimension is fluctuating like waves and something might be wrong. It is rather dangerous to stay inside here. We have to get out of this space as soon as possible, while we still can. Chief An, call the main attack force immediately to help us with this. Hunter Sung Jinwoo. He is being sucked into the gate. This doesn't seem like an issue that can be helped by the main attack force. Let me call my master directly? Is it a red gate? How does one red gate appear from a C-rank gate in the first place? If that is actually true, I have to see it for myself. In the next chapter, Jinchul is accompanying Dong-soo to keep his eyes on him. While conversing with the man, Jinchul realizes that he might be more sinister than what they expected of him. Subscribe to see what happens next.